आपका
है।
क्वेश्चन पता क्या था? I have pulled it out.
हाँ
The question was, why are road roller type fuck you attitude type personalities so attractive
हाँ
when they indeed don't have any empathy?
हाँ,
Okay, this was the question.
this is the
So
question.
my question to you is, do you feel that empathy is one of the most critical or very important aspect of leadership?
Leadership now. So like when you think about it in leadership, so I think let me start by talking about leaders that I know. Okay, so now these can be leaders who are either like my say my immediate boss, or my team's boss, or say my organization's boss. And now
Or
just
someone you have read about? I mean,
no,
that's
no,
also
okay,
okay.
no, I'm okay. That could be probably the next point we talk about. But let us
Okay.
immediately start by people who we know. Okay, who we know, who we work with. Okay. So uh, so the question that so basically when I thought about this, the higher you go up in the organization's hierarchy, the lesser you know about the person, because you don't work with the person day in day out directly, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So, say for example, you work in a big four. My last organization was a big four. Do we know the? Do we know really how the India chairman is of our organization? We just hear him once in 6 months, maybe once in 3 months.
We regularly receives his emails.
That's
This
all,
this has
right?
been appointed as a new partner. Yeah.
Right. So that's all, and then probably he'll come on video once in 6 months and he'll address and he'll say something about the future of the organization. But do we really know how he runs? I mean, do we really know what kind of a personality is or how he runs the organization, right? So
So
that is,
see, the structure is like that.
yeah,
You should, as an employee or as a person, like if you are aligned to a particular team, you should be concerned about how the head of that team
is
is
running.
responding to your problems or not,
Correct,
right? Because obviously the system is like that.
correct.
An Indian chairman can't figure out what Harsh is feeling, right? I mean,
No,
it's
no, that I agree with you. I agree with you. Like it's not his job to take me into consideration while making his decisions. I'm just saying that no, like the larger point I'm trying to drive is that for large organizations, we really don't know what kind of person is running the organization, whether or not he's empathetic in the first place, or is he arrogant, or I mean whatever I'm saying. I'm like the two words I used are probably extremes, but uh, we are only probably bothered about the person who's running our team, as you rightly said. Exactly, I was trying to make the same point. But we still probably, at least I don't know what kind of people run organizations that I work in, right? That is what I'm trying to say, like right from the top. Barabar. So as far as I'm concerned, obviously, I mean, if my boss doesn't take my my work opinion is one thing, but then my feelings into consideration at all while working, I think, yeah, then to probably then I would be really like really wanting to leave the job at the time, and not just, yeah, not continue with him. But say for example, if I'm not reporting to the person directly, if he's a manager in my extended team or something like that, but he's really good at his work. So the only way I know of him is because, say for example, we are sitting on the same floor, and he'll be talking about his subject to his juniors or colleagues or whatever, and he comes across as someone who is knowledgeable, right? But I don't have to work with him. He may be like the worst manager, but he may be like a really, really good subject matter expert, for example. But I don't have to work with him. Now, if you ask me, do I get attracted, or if do I feel good about having such people in my team, etc.? The answer is partly yes, because I mean, obviously, people who are really smart will, you will have a, I mean, at least I will have a good impression about people who are really smart till I don't work with them, till I don't know how they are as a person, etc. What do you think about that? What is your
It
experience?
holds true. It holds true at all levels. See, to conclude that part on the leadership. So, for me, I'm more concerned about if a team is being run by someone and you're reporting to that person. For me, it's very important if that person is considering how I am feeling and is able to communicate to his leader how his team is feeling. I look at that person. If he is able to communicate that to the Indian leader, then obviously the entire organization will be run in that manner. I mean, it should. I don't know if it will or it will not, but it should. If it's a bottom-up thing. I mean, if you are solving for these smaller cohorts, the longer chain or the bigger pyramid would look okay, right? And on being, it holds true. I mean, you always tend to get sort of excited when someone is throwing up big points, right? I mean, which you don't know, which you're not aware of,
Correct.
right? And it's about that. You can say it's an alpha male or alpha female thing, but it's always that. I mean, you tend to get attracted towards someone who knows more than you, because you either if you want to or you don't want to, but subconsciously or even if you are not conscious about it, but you tend to get you want to go out of your comfort zone. कुछ लोगों का नहीं होता है, but generally ये रहता है you don't want to be tied up with a similar thought process people if you want to grow, right? And the
Correct.
moment you see someone who is sort of breaking those walls and throwing a big idea, saying something which you are not aware of, which you're not even listening to prior to that guy in the team, you always feel wow. I mean, come on, man, this guy is genius, right? I mean, that's how these people succeed in life, because they are able to mesmerize people in what they say, and they definitely know more than you. That's how they are able to achieve it. And they do stuff. They may not be technically like very sound about it what they are saying, but they will be able to communicate their ideas much better.
That's right.
What they are thinking, why they are thinking. That's the what and why part is very important for such leaders. If they are not able to do it, they can't be part of any leadership group.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But and on empathy, I had this very interesting point. So empathy is basically I'll put up my notes here. So I was reading one article there. They have defined empathy as the ability to understand another person's experience, perspective, and feelings. Also called vicarious introspection. It's commonly described as the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes.
Correct.
Right. But you need to make sure you are assessing how they would feel in your in their shoes, not how you would feel in their shoes.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, and now I threw up this definition. Now I'm going back to that Paul Bloom against empathy. So he made a distinction between empathy and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
He said empathy is feeling others people pain.
Okay.
Right? Compassion is care for people. Correct. But don't feel their pain. Correct. Don't feel their pain. Because the moment you start feeling others' pains, there are a lot of biases that kicks in. So he gave a brief example that there was this test somewhere. There's an 8-year-old girl who is going to die. You can't do anything about it. But there are certain medications that are available that can at least ease out the process. Okay, but she's very low on the line. There are others ahead of us.
Yeah.
So they asked the group whether she should be move up the ladder.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, no. I mean, if the list is fair, I mean, obviously we feel bad, but you can't do anything about it. The list is fair. The question was repeated to another group, but with same information, but just one another criteria. They emphasized on get into that lady's shoes.
Right.
Try to feel her pain. And the moment this was communicated, everyone wanted to move her up the ladder.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, empathy and I was very intrigued by this, that yes, empathy, the problem is empathy is being thrown out like a very a small. I mean,
As a
you use it
non-specific,
everywhere.
word. Yeah.
I mean, it's not dedicated to particular. I mean, if someone is not understanding, you will say he's not empathizing with me, right? I mean, you don't
You use the
make
word
that
very
distinction.
loosely. Yeah.
Very, very high. Yeah.
Very loosely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably. But then I think coming back to our last point, before we talk a little more about empathy, I think the point that you made about it being more of a bottom-up thing, I feel it's generally the other way around in organizations, because organizational culture is generally a top-down thing, in my opinion. And I've experienced this uh, at least two out of the three places I've worked at. That if the topmost guy is a tyrant, most of the people in the line will also try and be like that, unless they are genuinely people who understand about the importance of a good culture in the team, etc. I mean, there are exceptions, but if the topmost guy is and if it is important for him that, say, the employees have a work-life balance, that the employees have a good time at work, etc., all of that, I think then the people lower in the uh, ladder, lower in the hierarchy, have incentive to maintain that culture, because I think somewhere it also plays with security and insecurity, basically. So if the organizational culture, if I think it generally flows from the top, if the person is such that, oh, he's generally like a pushover kind of a guy, a road roller kind of a guy, everyone will want to stand out. Everyone will want to make an impression that, oh, I'm so and I'm so. And I think that is where I think organizations fail to create a culture. I'm not saying financially. Financially, these may be very good organizations because you are constantly trying to push and push and push, and you may be very aggressive and all of that. But I think as far as a very coherent uh, organization is concerned, where employees are happy, where turnover ratios are low for employees and all of that, I think the culture generally flows on the top. And at such places, I also think it also affects the bottom line. Financially, it affects the bottom line, because you are not, I mean, that is not the only metric through which you want to measure the success of your organization, the bottom line. You also want to make sure that your employees are fine, that they're not overworked and all of that. And I think then it affects the bottom line to some extent. I'm not saying that you will be loss making, but you won't be making as much profits as you should or as you could, because I think generally that is not the only priority of the organization. And I think I've experienced this. Um, yeah, and I think if it runs from the top, I think then everyone, the point that you made about communication, I think then managers are incentivized to talk about their employees as humans rather than as robots, right? So that is what I think.
I don't know, man. I come from investment banking, so the culture is shitty.
Yeah.
I've experienced it, but not for last maybe 2 years. Since I've moved to another team,
Yeah.
the culture is very different here.
Different, yeah.
But what I don't know. This is my theory. This is what I felt about investment banking. That from the bottom, the moment you enter this domain, IB or I don't know, consulting also, as an analyst or as an associate, you are treated like a piece of shit.
Correct.
Most of the times.
Correct.
Okay? Now, the problem is the same person will promoted someday, right? This guy will go up and become a manager.
Yeah.
Now he has two choices.
Yeah.
Either this guy or this girl will become like there are two questions. One is, because it has happened to me,
yeah,
I'll make sure that the
thing.
next person in the line will suffer the same. I'll make sure that. Okay. Second is, because I have suffered it and I didn't like it,
I don't want to be like
in my team that will not happen. So what I feel is, in my team right now, we are on the latter side. This team, the manager and all that.
Correct.
But I've experienced it. I mean, they don't give a shit about work-life balance. And investment banking, see, the problem is, that is okay if you are making instead of 100 you are making 90
Correct.
in terms of bottom line.
Correct.
But investment banking is binary, 1 or 0.
1 or 0.
You don't
correct.
make anything between. If there is a closure, you get a fee. If there is nothing, you
I think you don't
get
get
nothing.
anything. Correct.
So there is no room for अरे बंदा अच्छा है. मतलब
काम कर रहा है तो
काम तो सब कर रहे. See, I feel every single person works hard. There is nobody who doesn't work hard, right? मतलब आप बंदा सो भी रहा होता पूरा दिन, वो सोने में भी मेहनत लगा रहा है. बट सबको सब चीज अचीव नहीं होगा, वो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स आ जाते हैं. दैट्स अदर डिस्कशन. On bottom line, I was listening. There's this guy called Chamath Palihapitiya. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correct, but he's like a legend who has rejuvenated the SPAC mania.
Okay.
He's the guy who started this again SPAC thing. Okay.
Do you want to talk one line about SPAC for the listeners?
So SPACs is generally, if you want to get listed, you need to follow a proper IPO process, initial public offering, where you file your documents with like in India, SEBI, or in US with NASDAQ and everything, the regulator. But SPAC, it's a blank check company where an investor raises some money, okay, and they list a blank company, a खोका कैसे बोलेंगे, मतलब there is no business in that entity right now.
Correct.
And they say that within 6 months or within 9 months they have the timeline that they will acquire someone in this particular sector, right? I mean, let's say Harsh and me, we want to start a SPAC and we are like veteran in telecommunication. Okay, right. People will throw money just seeing our name on the list कि अरे हर्ष ये रन करेगा, मतलब telecommunication का बाप है ये, right?
Correct.
Then on that logic, they will list that blank, the empty company, and then they will find a private target,
okay,
which will get listed through that acquisition.
Okay.
So for that private company, what has happened is they didn't have to follow the rigorous IPO process, which is a lengthy process, full book building, then road shows and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
In this can happen in within 2 to 3 months and less speculation on your business.
Right.
Versus IPO.
Okay.
The process is it's much lighter here.
Yeah.
In India, you can't do SPAC.
It's only in the US for now, right?
Yeah, US.
Okay. Yeah. So you're talking about
Chamath. Chamath. So he was asked a question. Awesome people. I'm just cutting down the question. I mean, awesome people and mediocre product versus an awesome product and mediocre people. Who will win? He said the latter. Always.
So the latter.
Awesome product and
mediocre people. Okay.
Mediocre people. He said there is no room for not winning in the business.
Okay.
Right? Now, with that thought process, if at the end of the day, it's all about how much you take home, the bottom line, right?
Correct. But this is very opposite of what I've always heard, that investors generally invest in people and all of that, like not.
That's only happen when it's a startup thing, because there is no proof of concept, right? The product is not a bigger thing.
Then SPAC is not. I mean,
So you try to back people who are smart, right?
Correct.
Because abhi product bana nahi hai, but the idea is good, and the person who's going to drive that idea is very smart.
Correct.
You can take example of Cred. Kunal Behl was able to raise so much funds just because Kunal Behl was
Kunal Shah,
launching Cred. Sorry, Kunal Shah. Yeah.
Kunal Shah, yeah.
Kunal Behl to Snapdeal hai. Sorry, Kunal Shah. Yeah. So I mean, it matters, yaar. I mean, what you at the end of the day, your job is to not just please people.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it is very good. I also feel that you should feel for others. You should try to understand how that person is feeling. But I think the culture and the business is such, if you are not doing good, you are out of the business, right? I mean, you can't just sustain with good behavior.
Yeah.
You need to show that you are earning money.
Yeah.
So that's also impacting. That's also because, I mean, that also impacts ki leadership mein aise log aate hain who are smart to drive that bottom line. May not be very, may not understand these other parameters that we are discussing, feeling for others, or knowing how that person is feeling when he's working, work-life balance. They don't give a shit about that.
So
their job is to shareholders, and the shareholders want that the profit should be maximized, share price should be maximized.
Correct.
So they are working on that.
So then now let's take the conversation a little forward from here. If this is the baseline, okay, if this is the baseline assumption, don't we have people as leaders who know how to take other people along, right? Don't we have leaders who take other people along, right? That is like question number one. And so I mean, and if you really can't understand people at all, right? If your only motive is to maximize profit, or however you want to put it, right? If you don't want to really understand where the other person is coming from, to even to some extent, then how do you still make sure that organizations work? I mean, in the first place, successfully to alag baat hai. Like, how do you understand organizations work? And so then I think, so these are the two like very dichotomous things in my mind, that for an organization to work, a product must work. But to build a good product, you ultimately need a team that can work, right? And then not everyone in the team is going to be very objective. Everyone has a life. I mean, some people may not, some people can very clearly distinguish between their work and their personal life, and then become two different people at work and their personal life respectively. But I think most people are not like that in my understanding. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I am also confused how you can. It's a
right. So
it's a very
right. So and then you have like leaders of all kinds, right? You have as you yourself, you mentioned this to me once, right? You have someone like Steve Jobs, and you have someone like Sundar, or you have someone like Satya Nadella, right? Who are not known to be tyrants. Well, we really don't know how they are in real life. So I was trying to read on those lines, and I came across this very interesting thing called MBTI, and this is something called Myers-Briggs personality test something. Okay, so these guys have identified some 16 types of personalities, and each personality has 4 facets. So every personality type has 4 letters, and then every facet has two extremes. So they will judge you on these 4 facets, on which side of the extreme you fall.
spectrum.
And then they will give you a personality type. Okay, so I'm very happy to announce that I took the test, and my personality type is the same as Satya Nadella. So
Wow.
so that was called it was called what was it? It was called the motivator or something. I forgot. I
Nadella is
actually
an interesting guy. Nadella is very interesting. I mean, I've done some research on it.
okay.
I have not yet read his book, his biography. Hit refresh. It's a
Okay.
very interesting take, and he emphasizes a lot about empathy. When he joined Microsoft,
Okay.
there also he brought this culture of empathy. And yeah, I think this was in one of the Forbes article, I guess, or I don't know. I mean, so just for the listeners, that Microsoft has almost doubled its market cap, and he's won the title of CEO of the year according to Forbes. Okay.
Right.
So he was telling the story that at his first interview, he was, I think, 25 years old, and there was this guy, Richard Tate, mega manager of the company, and he asked him, that imagine that you see a child who has fallen on the ground and is crying. What do you do? So Nadella thought it's a trick question. Okay, so he said, "Bhai, kya bolne ka hai?" So he said, "I'll call 118."
Yeah.
Okay, and the interviewer was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And he accompanied him outside, and he said, "That is a ridiculous answer. I mean, if you see a child who has had a fall and is crying, you help him get up and console him. You need to develop a little empathy, my friend."
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. After this stupid answer, also he got selected. Okay, and then he shares one other story that the firstborn of Nadella and his wife was suffered from cerebral paralysis. Okay, which prevents him from speaking and moving his limbs.
First child.
Yeah, when he was, I think, 29.
He had his first child.
Or 20, yeah, 29 or 25. I don't know. I mean, I see which over.
Okay.
But yeah, their first child had this issue.
Okay.
So he says that at first I did nothing but ask myself, why did this happen to me? Then after a while, he began to understand that absolutely nothing had happened to him. In reality, this thing has happened to his son. And for him, it was time to try and see life through his eyes and to do what I was supposed to do as a parent and a father. So वहाँ से he draws a lot about empathy and everything. So he has brought that culture within the firm. He says you need to empathize with people, with the consumers also, what they exactly. I mean, if you can't do that, you can't understand what exactly the consumer wants. You can't develop that kind of product. So he links empathy with that also. He says if you don't understand what your end consumer wants, you can't empathize with what they desire, you will never be able to create that kind of a product. He thinks like that. Okay, he thinks like that.
And
But
this is exactly opposite to what we've read about Jobs, right?
Jobs. Now, I that's what I wanted to come to. Now,
the consumer
Jobs
is
he doesn't know.
No, yeah.
He will never.
The consumer
said
doesn't
this
know.
thing
Yeah.
very. Yeah, he said. So they were doing this original Macintosh thing. They were trying. One member. He he used to do retreats where he used to take selective people and then मस्त पार्टी वार्टी करता था, व्हाइट बोर्ड लगा के बोलता था टॉप 10 आइडियाज इसका हम काम करेंगे. Like he was a different breed altogether.
Yeah.
So someone said we should do some market research to see what consumers want. Jobs said no.
Yeah.
Because customers don't know what they want until we have shown them.
Yeah.
So Jobs. So yeah, matlab, I have read him. I hated him when I started reading that book, but by the end of it, you appreciate the man. I mean, he has transformed personal computer, mobiles, tablets, म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री सबको किया. वो रहता तो बुक इंडस्ट्री भी रिवाइव हो चुका होता है. किंडल नहीं चलता, कुछ एप्पल का प्रोडक्ट बहुत आगे निकल जाता.
नहीं, but शायद again it would have been something like an expensive alternative. I don't know which would have been limited to something like that.
मैं अपन अभी भी एंड्रॉइड यूज कर रहे हैं. We will be using Kindle only. मतलब that's a second thing, but yeah, I mean, this guy
would have had
really did. I mean, I read about how he thinks about product. He focuses on something like a screw within your system, which you can't even see. He wants it to be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, the manager is saying, but they can't see it, but you can see it. You are putting it there. You need to make it right. So थोड़ा वो था उसमें हमने, and he has done really well. So उससे किसी ने पूछा था, I think उसके बायोग्राफर ने, वॉल्टर आइजैक्सन ने, कि कि भाई, he asked him about his tendency to be rough on people, right? I mean, he was very rough.
Yeah.
He will say, this is shitty product you have made.
Yeah.
Go out. So he said, he replied, look at the results. I mean, so he said, these are all smart people I work with, and any of them can get job anywhere else, but they still stuck with me because they were happy. He said that. And people also said that, yeah, it was very shitty, but the kind of work we were doing was very like exemplary, right? I mean, the kind of thinking this guy had. You want to follow such leaders. You tend to follow such leaders, as we were discussing.
What would you have done in a Steve Jobs organization if you were being put through hell day in and day out? What would you have done?
I mean, you can never know. I mean, if and when. So ये सब तो assumptions हैं, but I guess depends. If I felt that this guy is not a nut case, right? I mean, if you in investment banking, I mean, in current organization, I tend to relate to those people. कहीं ना कहीं you feel what that other guy is saying is true or can happen, or मतलब you have that belief in that, even if it is 1%, 2%. only then you will be able to follow him. Otherwise, you can't. You will leave that organization. You can't. And with, I mean, I don't know if you read this. There was an article on how people are leaving their jobs because they have stayed home for a longer period of time, and then now they are realizing the importance of other things, right? So they are not looking at only money right now. So money can be a deciding factor to some extent, but at the end of the day, you tend to, it's like there are 10 things that you will look at. There are 10 things. Obviously, money will be at the topmost, but there are 9 other facets that you will look at to stay within an organization, to be within that team, or to follow someone. At the end of the day, you or I both are following our leaders.
That's right.
I mean, you tend. I mean, if you feel that the work you are doing is shitty, you'll change your job. But
that's right.
But that's the finding. People don't leave companies or jobs. They leave their managers or the people they work with. They tend to do that, right? So, I mean, if you have, I guess, उसके जो साथ काम करते थे, they had that belief कि बंदा जितना भी टेढ़ा हो, but कुछ कर रहा है बड़ा.
तो मतलब तो मेरा यही प्रॉब्लम है कि कितने टाइम तक तू रिजल्ट्स के बिना रह सकता है काम जब तू काम कर रहा है.
काफी मतलब मैं तो काफी रिलेट कर सकता हूँ
कि भाई रिजल्ट्स आ ही नहीं रहा है and then you have this one person, so either you have extraordinary belief in the philosophy of what the organization is, what it is trying to do, or then you have blind faith in the person who's running the organization, right? I mean, it's one of the two things that will make you stick. And obviously
one more thing, I mean, you're paid to ठीक है, but एक तो हो गया, you believe in that philosophy, or you believe in that person who is asking you to do all this work, but the results are not yet visible. I think the another factor will be that how एक हो गया कि how much you believe that person, or the second will be how much like do you believe in that process being right, what you are working. अगर वो भी थोड़ा सा नहीं, I mean, you tend to stick with that person even if the results are not good, if you also feel that what you are doing is the right thing you are doing. You tend to accept how things are. Life is under no obligation to give you what you desire, right?
That's right.
So things will not be always good for you, but as long as you feel that the process is right, you tend to stick with that person also. I mean, अब ये थोड़ा subjective है. I mean, the person थोड़ा दिमाग सब में चाहिए कि to understand what you are doing, whether it is meaningful, or it will help you to, even if, let's say I stick with this person for 2 years and I know this is not going anywhere, right? But I still feel that process is right. I'm learning stuff. I'm understanding new things, which if I'll give him another 6 months or a year, if he doesn't do, I'll move from here, but I can leverage that experience.
Yeah.
If you can leverage that experience, then also it is good. I feel that's दो चीजें नहीं, इन दोनों में से कोई एक चीज अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो you should leave your job. एक तो कि पैसा नहीं बन रहा है और experience मतलब your knowledge base or your understanding is not improving. अगर ये दोनों ही हट जाए, you should leave that place. अगर कोई एक चीज है, you can still जब तक ये पैसा आ रहा है मैं संभाल लेगा, पैसा नहीं है मेरे पास लर्निंग आ रहा है, मैं इस लर्निंग को बाद में
लेवरेज कर सकता हूं.
बट अगर ये दोनों चला जाता है,
but I think still I think if you're, but again if see if you're also getting either of the two, but on a daily basis your life is hell, which was the case for Steve Jobs employees, right? Well, you are in a process of pushing the envelope every day. You are pushing the boundary a little every day through your work, but your life is a living hell. So I, as a person, I look for balance. Wherever I work, I look for some kind of balance. But if I'm not finding that balance for say 2 years at a stretch, will I continue working over there? Like, that is the question I ask myself. So if like even if I'm doing like horizon changing work, right? I know that my work is going to give out this result at the end of 2 years, for example. Will I be a part? I don't know, unless it's my own, maybe. But other than that, will I really give my time and effort and my sweat and blood to someone else who's really making my life hell? I don't know. Which is where I don't agree to this philosophy of pushing people and all of that. You need some amount of, yeah, that is where I think you need some amount of, again, now empathy or compassion, but you
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
something.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, I completely agree to that. I mean, I won't deny that. But jobs का एक और चीज था ना, वो what was it? Reality distortion fee.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know, man. How can I mean, there was something very fascinating
Which
to me,
is
like that. I
coming back to the same question, coming back to our first question, right? Why are we
yeah.
attracted to road roller personalities, right?
But
And
apart from Road Roller, I mean, he's telling someone that, I need these many gorilla glasses within 6 months. He goes, no, it can't be done.
can't be done.
You can do it. You can do it. You need to do it. And that guy did it.
Yeah.
I mean, so how did he do it? Maybe I mean, I don't know. I've never not met Steve Jobs, but kind of interviews you read about him, you feel that the person must have some presence, right?
That's right.
मतलब अगर अब ऐसा है कि स्टीव जॉब्स तेरे को बोलेगा कि तेरे में बात है, तो fuck it, man, you will feel that हाँ मेरे में बात है. मतलब and he had done a lot of good, right? I mean, he had brought Macintosh. He had done some stuff. Then he went out. Then he came back, and again he did this thing that he created those cohorts, like only 4 specific things that we will focus on. I want to divest every other thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to divulge my attention to any other thing. So that's
I
also a good thing.
Personal, professional, laptop and desktop, right? The 4 things. I remember that.
So इंटरेस्टिंग है. मतलब कंपैशन होना बहुत जरूरी है एनी इंडस्ट्री. आई मीन, लेट्स से कंपैशन का, एम्पैथी और कंपैशन का डेफिनेशन में आई डोंट नो, मतलब कंपैशन इतना भी होना कि लेट्स से you are telling your manager that some live project is going on, right? I mean, but you have communicated कि boss next week मेरे brother का wedding है or some other important personal, and he understand it, and he doesn't नहीं ये तो करना ही है, no, ये तो अब आ गया, वो पहले तूने बोला था, वो डेट भी पहले आ चुका है. I mean, that is also final thing, and it's also once in a lifetime moment for my brother.
That's right.
So compassion is not just that कि अरे तेरे को टेंशन है, तेरे घर पे क्या चल रहा है, मैं वो समझूं, right? It's also about कि I give you that personal space, in that space कि in that sense कि I'm not pushing you to that extreme level where you don't give a fuck about your job.
That's right.
If you do that, I don't think so output can be there from that particular person.
Correct.
And the product will be a shitty one. The end result will also be shitty. Whatever kind of leader you are, even if you are fuck up, like what was that? Roller kind of guy. What was that term? Road roller. You can't do anything about it. The bottom line will not improve. If 100 people you are leading, and every one of them, each one of them thinks that the work we are doing is shit, the person we are doing for work is also a piece of shit, we don't want to give our 100%, the output will fall. So, I mean, compassion is needed. I mean, I'm not denying it, but empathy, I also felt while reading that it tends to create biases. Empathy is something like कि मैं अपने क्लोज्ड ग्रुप को ना हमेशा एक जिसके बारे में जानता मैं उसको आगे ले आया, राइट? एज अ मैनेजर मेरे नीचे 4 लोग काम करते हैं, पर एक के साथ मैं हर बार स्मोक करने जाता है, तो मैं उसको एक आगे लेके आता हूँ. दैट्स एम्पैथी, बिकॉज आई नो मोर अबाउट इट, तो मैं उसके बारे में ज्यादा फील कर रहा है. बट that's also create biases as per Ball Bloom, and I felt to some extent it is true. Like he gave like quite a few examples. I think मैंने नोट भी किया, interesting थे काफी examples. तो उसने एक चीज बोला कि एक फुटबॉल यूरोप में कोई स्टडी हुआ था, उसमें ऐसा ग्रुप को पकड़ा कि फुटबॉल फैंस के लिए, एंड देन दे डिड सम एमआरआई उनका, मतलब एक ग्रुप का एमआरआई कर रहे थे टू सी व्हाट पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन रिएक्ट्स व्हेन दे आस्क सर्टेन क्वेश्चंस. सो उसके सामने फिर एक बंदे को उन्होंने एक इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक दिया, ठीक है, लाइक तेरे सामने मेरे को इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक दिया, and then they asked you कि मतलब how did you feel about me getting that electric shock? नाउ दे चेक कि अगर मैंने तेरे को बोला दैट मैं भी लिवरपूल का फैन है जैसे तू है,
सेम टीम का
तो आई फेल्ट एन एम्पैथी टुवर्ड्स यू,
करेक्ट हाँ
पेन आया। बट मैंने बोला मैं मैनचेस्टर का है,
तो हाँ
यू फेल्ट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ हैप्पीनेस,
बराबर
थोड़ा सा वो
प्लेजर
एक अलग ट्रिगर हुआ माइंड में,
सही
प्लेजर
बात
आया।
सही बात
सो एम्पैथी
बहुत
बहुत लूजली
बायस
यूज होता है,
करेक्ट
बहुत लूजली यूज होता है। मेरे को वो लगा, इवन उसने ऐसा भी एग्जांपल दिया, बेगर्स को ले लो आप, राइट? इंडिया में तो बहुत ज्यादा है, स्ट्रीट पे आप जाते हो, दे आर आस्किंग फॉर मनी एंड यू एंड आई नो दैट it's a racket, right? They are not going to use that money for themselves. It's a whole mafia that is being run.
करेक्ट
तो वो बोलता है कि अगर आप में एम्पैथी होगा ना, आप हमेशा उसको पैसे दे देते हो, राइट?
सही बात
बिकॉज
है
यू टेंड टू, अरे मैं उसके वो कितना गरीब है, राइट?
सही
यू टेंड
बात
टू फील and this has created a problem, and it is sort of extra बढ़ा रहा है प्रॉब्लम को और ज्यादा, if you
हाँ
look at it.
हाँ हाँ
तो उसने बोला if you get a moment of gratification, you know, some sort of happiness कि मैंने कुछ बड़ा कर दिया
या
लाइफ,
हाँ
you should give that money. But if you really want to change the world, you should not give that money.
नॉट गेट मनी करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट
So he said कि empathy को इतना लूजली यूज करते हो आप, मैं empathy के अगेंस्ट नहीं हूँ, but empathy का definition क्या है? You should feel compassionate about others, you should tend to feel others how they are feeling, but empathy हर बात में, because empathy is कि मेरे को उसके जूते में जाना है, मेरे को I need to fill in his shoes and then feel his pain. The moment you start to feel his pain, फिर
बायस आ
आपका
ही जाएगी
thought process change आ जाता है। तो वो भी
और
एक इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो है, आई थिंक वो देखना चाहिए।
आई थिंक और एक फैसेट जो अभी तक इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया is that we spoke about this in a very professional setting. How does this change when we bring the same problem in a personal setting, right? In our personal lives. When say you have your parents who is of a particular personality or your partner is of a particular personality. And here you can't choose as much as you can switch your jobs. You can't choose your family. Yeah? Your family is given. And not parents, but your relatives, people who are living around you. You're not going to be able to choose them, right? What do you do? I mean, that is probably one thing again, which I really don't have an answer to. how do you treat or how do you act in scenarios where, say, a person you are living with can be anyone. The person you are living with is a very a person who does not listen to anyone, who will always try and get their way, right? I mean, at work, you still can afford to push back a little, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a professional thing, and there are costs, but cost can be mitigated by switching your job or what you can do. You can do something about it. So you're living with someone who just doesn't listen, who always wants their way out, right? Their own way out. Then they'll do anything, like they'll throw tantrums, they'll do anything. And here, because say it's like a blood relation or something like that, यहाँ पर तो compassion is always there. I mean, because say for example, if it's one of your parents, okay, in a worst case scenario, they've brought you up. You have like there's affect always. I mean, kitna bhi ho jaye, you won't lose affection for your parents unless it's like something very extreme. What do you do? This question really baffles me.
एक चीज ये है कि ईगो सब में होता है, right? I mean, तेरा भी, even if there is a sweeper, तो वो भी एक प्राइड लेता है अपने काम में, अपनी पर्सनैलिटी में, right? हर कोई अपने उसमें प्राइड लेता है। Now at home also you take that pride, at job also you take that pride. अभी जॉब में क्या है कि even if I feel that Harsh is my manager and he's one big asshole, I won't I try to push back my ego a bit because I'm getting paid for doing that work. यहाँ पे money involved है।
When you are a junior, okay, when
जॉब में हो और जूनियर से, क्योंकि यार मेरा जूनियर मेरे से चौड़ा नहीं हो सकता. That's how the organizations are being built, right? That's the culture.
उधर ही प्रॉब्लम है ना. I think that is the problem.
हाँ, वो तो है. That's a secondary thing. But I'm trying to bring कि इधर जॉब में क्या होता है ना, you have something to compensate me for not reacting.
Correct.
Right? Money.
Correct.
Money.
Correct.
फैमिली में वो नहीं आता
है.
वो नहीं है. तो इधर रिएक्शन आएगा. इधर कंपैशन ही, एम्पैथी ही ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग वर्ड यूज होगा, बिकॉज व्हाटएवर यू डू इन लाइफ, तू क्रिमिनल भी बन जा, तेरे पापा को तेरे लिए फील होगा ही, मेरा बेटा है.
सही बात है. हाँ.
तो वहां पे कंपैशन नहीं है, वहां पे एम्पैथी है.
Empathy है.
दे आर ट्राइंग टू
वहाँ पे तो bias है, solid bias है.
बायस्ड, सॉलिड बायस है. तो वहां पे बायसनेस बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होता है. बट आई थिंक टू डील विद, आई मीन इसमें एक थोड़ा सा आई गेस एक लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग सब लोग डेवलप करते हैं ओवर द टाइम. कुछ लोग नहीं करते हैं, बट you tend to develop a level of understanding where you know how to react in certain group or in certain setting. When I'm sitting with you or my Gokhale friends, I know how I need to interact with you guys. But when I am with my team in a professional, I know how to react within that. I have created those boundaries, right? My mind works like that now. And when I'm at home, I know how my mom will react to certain things, and I will not. I mean, I've understood that thing कि हाँ ये इनको नहीं जमता, तो मैं नहीं करेगा. Right? अगर मेरे को
you will adjust yourself.
You tend to, and you do that all the time.
All the time,
even
correct.
if in the professional setting, I'm just saying in the professional, at least you are getting money for it. इधर तो वो भी नहीं मिलता है, इधर तो बस गम है.
सही बात.
तो but I think you tend, I mean, the more you feel for that person, or the more compassionate you are about that person, or you feel strongly about that relation with that person, the more you tend to adjust yourself. Otherwise, you can't be in the same room. I mean, it's a given thing. Even if it is your mom or dad, how much affection was there, how much they have done for you, if you, the level of affection should be high enough to make you feel that you can do that kind of adjustment.
Right.
If it is not there, that means that it's not at that level.
Right.
ये रिएक्शन है, मतलब बिहेवियरल थिंग है कि मेरे को लगेगा कि यार हर्ष ये बात पे बोलता है, बट आई हैव मेड अ पीस विद इट कि वो ऐसे ही बोलता है. वो क्या है? बिकॉज़ आई नो आई डोंट वांट टू मेक
spoil the relation.
हाँ, करेक्ट. सो आप वही है अभी उसमें, तो सेम है प्रोफेशनल में भी वही है और पर्सनल लाइफ में भी वही है. बट या
so
interesting.
ठीक है,
interesting.
So I opened this MBTI test that I took.
मेरे को भी, मैं भी करेगा.
हाँ, so it's called, so the website is called 16personalities.com. ठीक है, this is where you can take the test. And I read about it. It's called MBTI. Okay. So my,
what is MBTI stand for?
Myers-Briggs. It's Myers-Briggs something. I don't know what TI is, but it's called Myers-Briggs. And that's a personality test. So my personality type is called protagonist. And the letters are ENFJ-T. Okay, I'll explain what this means. So the first is extroverted, introverted. So these are the two extremes. So isme I am more extroverted, so E. The second is intuitive, observant. So intuitive is N. So I'm more intuitive than observant. Third is thinking, feeling. So here I'm feeling, so F. And the last one is judging, prospecting. So I'm judging, not prospecting. But it's a very close thing. It's 51% judging, 49% prospecting. So I'm fine, I guess. So judging, prospecting. So that is ENFJ. And then the last thing is they give it to all personality types, A or T, assertive or turbulent. And I'm clearly turbulent. So my thing is ENFJ-T. Okay. And they also tell you other protagonists that you may know. So there is Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, John Cusack, Ben Affleck. And I mean, I checked other personality types. They have all good people only ultimately. Malala Yousafzai, Sean Connery, Jennifer Lawrence.
आज तो पार्टी है घर पे, बोल दो कि भाई आप
and then from pop culture also they list people. So Daenerys Targaryen, if you watch Game of Thrones, Morpheus from Matrix, then Oracle from Matrix, Skylar White from Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad देखा है क्या? हाँ, तो Skylar White. Skylar White.
Oh, Skylar White.
Skylar White is also.
I used to hate her. Skylar White is
guy's wife.
Yeah, I used to hate her.
Hate her?
Yeah.
What
the fuck is that problem? I used to feel that while watching this film.
So here, so basically, I can't wait. Strengths and weaknesses. So let me just quickly read out. So strengths are tolerant, reliable, and they have explained everything, but I'm just using the first word: tolerant, reliable, charismatic, altruistic, natural leaders. And weaknesses are overly idealistic, completely agree, Too selfless, don't agree so much. Too sensitive, also agree. Fluctuating self-esteem, completely agree. Struggle to make tough decisions, completely agree. तो weaknesses तो बहुत ही अच्छे से ये दिए हुए है. Too selfless पता नहीं, but बाकी सब तो बराबर है. And here again, I think the question is altruistic and natural leaders. So there they say that more than seeking authority themselves, protagonists often end up in leadership roles at the request of others, cheered on by many admirers of their strong personality and positive vision. Which means that तुम लोगों को साथ में लेके चलो instead of seeking authority.
लोग बोलेंगे कि you should be the leader, then you will कि हाँ मैं बनता है.
And then that is true for people like say Barack Obama or Oprah Winfrey, and they are people's leaders, right? We know them as people's leaders, as against say Steve Jobs, for example. So then I think reliable, tolerant. If you, I mean,
ये अपना वो शादी.com पे डाल. This is my personality test, and I'm looking for someone who is also reliable, or at least someone who, like, if I'm A, which is an overpowered thing, then the other person should be B, which sort of balance it out.
Exactly. And then here now, so this is also one thing that I was thinking about. That if you know you are one kind of person, in both professional and personal settings, do you want people to be like you, or do you want people to compliment you for your weaknesses? So if I am turbulent, do I want someone who's assertive, or do I also want someone who is turbulent so that I can relate to them rather than they complimenting me, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So and like
for
if
the success of
so I'm saying if you are kind of I think I'll always look for the other kind. I'll always look for someone who compliments, someone who's not like me. Okay.
Yeah, ideally you should. I mean, if see, I've learned that. I mean, अपन लोग we are talking about so ऐसा बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं. We are not any expert on these subjects, right? I mean, we are just
talking about our own opinion.
अपना own experiences, little experiences that we have. So I feel you are जैसा वो बोलते हैं ना, you are what you eat. I feel you are the kind of people you meet, the kind of discussions you have. So if you tend to surround yourself with the people with the same mindset or with the same thought process as you can't, I mean, you will be there only. I mean, you can't grow.
Correct.
You can't grow. I mean, you need to have people who have different opinions, may not be different, but have different interests. It's good to have people कि तेरे को फुटबॉल पसंद है, मेरे को फुटबॉल, या तो हम दोनों दोस्त बन गए. But at the same time, ये एक facet हुआ है.
बराबर है.
Like sports में एक interest है. But books read तू करता है, मैं नहीं करता हूँ. Maybe अगर मैं तेरे से दोस्ती करता हूँ तो मेरे को भी तू books recommend करेगा. I might start reading.
That's right.
Which is a very good habit that I can develop.
That's
so
right.
I always feel that you should not, even in the organization also, you should not have people who
are very much
similar opinions. Yeah, I mean, at least if my leader is like that, I want someone who can question him, so that brings them into that mode of check also. You know, I can't do anything that I desire. I mean, जो मेरे दिमाग में है वो सोने की लकीर में, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि जो मैंने सोचा है वो golden idea है.
सही बात है.
There is someone to at least debate it out, and it creates that healthy environment within the team that, you know, people are. It's good to have people who support you, but at the same time, they should at least question and look at the negative points of that particular thing that you are discussing, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
it can't be like,
critique.
भाई हर्ष ने बोला है तो critique.
It should always be open to critique. Correct.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, you can't. I mean, it's the idea. I mean, I don't think so. You can grow in the organization or the team or any, like, I don't feel that. I mean, I at least for me, I've experienced it. I don't make too many friends. That's very clear to me. But at the same time, I interact with different people, a lot of people. And I've always tried to open my small mindset कि हाँ मेरे को इतना आता है, but देखते हैं और बड़ा सर्कल में घुसने का, उधर से कुछ लेके आओ, ये सर्कल को बड़ा करना.
Are you more comfortable, or would you like to speak to people who have similar experiences as yourself, or similar opinions to you, or both can be different? meaning for
different.
so
Both are different.
both are different. So for me, if I'm talking to someone and if I can't connect with them on either of these two things, it's very difficult to take the conversation ahead. So at least, and then I try कि अच्छा चलो ठीक है, if experiences are, if opinions are different, it's still fine till you have at least similar experiences. I mean, till you have kind of been brought up the same way, or if you've led your
some
life,
connection should be there, right? I mean, at the end
then
of the day.
otherwise then it's very difficult, unless then it's like a person who is say for example very famous or something like that, or you're kind of naturally attracted to the person for some reason. Say for example, I mean, say if in Avinash Dikshit is giving a lecture somewhere, it will be very normal for me to be very happy with that lecture and go and talk to him, right? And then that conversation may go in any way. But if I'm talking to a peer who is a complete stranger, how do I connect with the peer, right? How do I get to know the person better, or how do I make a professional or a personal bridge with that person? So then at least I look for, and mostly I'll try that experiences are similar. Opinion तो अलग हो सकता है, हर किसी का opinion अलग होता है. But I try that at least experiences are similar, that you've had like some kind of exposure to a certain number of things. You've done a certain things in life. I look for that. I don't know if it's right or wrong at the end of the day, but yeah, I mean, at least that is what I look at.
I think वो experience वाला part ना थोड़ा सा tend to happen on its own, like I mean,
because we're in the same
the
circle?
system works like
Maybe.
system works like that.
Maybe.
I mean, if you want to be an investment banker, you will hire MBAs from IIM and ISB.
Those
Now,
will have
those people have some sort of similar experiences. And हटा दो IIM ISB को, I am not from any of those two, but
Correct.
I have studied away from my home and I've lived in a hostel.
Correct.
So hostel life तेरे को एकदम से ऐसा connect करता है.
सही बात है.
वो experiences अलग है, right?
सही बात है.
So and मेरी current team में I see why I feel a very nice camaraderie among the team members.
Right.
एक चीज कॉमन है कि सबको क्रिकेट बहुत पसंद है. Right. सबको पसंद है. हम खेलते हैं वीकेंड पे, हम बॉम्बे में रहते थे, हम खेलते थे, हम मैचेस देखते हैं साथ में कभी कभी. वो अब कोई चीज आ ही जाती है, आई फील कि वो पता नहीं, आई मीन मे बी द रूल ऑफ एलिमिनेशन, जैसे आप हायर कर रहे हो एक पर्टिकुलर जॉब के लिए, लाइक इफ यू लुक एट गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स, राइट? आई मीन देयर आर prelims, mains and all that bullshit is there, right? So everyone has like grinded for so many hours on history, on some GS subject, वो एक कनेक्ट आ जाएगा कि अरे तूने वो अरे यार इतना डिफिकल्ट था, राइट? उस टाइम पे तो ऐसा लगता था, वो आ जाता है. आई थिंक विद इन दैट एक तब दिक्कत आता है कि लेट्स, फॉर मी इनिशियली इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज I joined an industry which is not very conducive to
your education people. Correct.
तो मेरे को starting में out of the place लगता था. I used to feel कि अरे यार ये I am अरे ये भी
very intimidation. Intimidation.
Yeah, but when you interact with people, you feel
चाहे
वो यूएस से पढ़ा हो,
चाहे
वो इंडिया से पढ़ा हो, चाहे किसी गांव में जाके पढ़ा,
human at the end of the day.
सबका सेम रहता है. बट या आई थिंक कुछ सिमिलैरिटीज होती हैं, तो इट बिकम्स इजी टू कनेक्ट विद पीपल. अदरवाइज इट बिकम्स अ टास्क टू कंटिन्यू द कॉन्वर्सेशन, और अदरवाइज इट एंड्स अप बिकमिंग, अगर वो प्रोफेशनल में है, देन इट एंड्स अप बिकमिंग कि बस हाँ, मेरे को आपसे 9 से 6 या 9 से 8 व्हाटएवर दैट जॉब टाइम, मेरे को आपसे उतने में इंटरेक्ट करना है. आई वांट टू maintain that thing ki this is a professional environment. I don't want to include enter into of yours or you into
personal
my
space
territory. Yeah, so वो होता है. But I guess मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि अपन लोग by rule of elimination बोल लो या by rule of whatever the selection and all that criteria that India has become, education system is like that. कि वो automatically एक filter out करके बंदा वही भेजता है जो उसी के लिए बना है, समझ रहा है? इंजीनियर्स ही सारे एमबीए कर रहे हैं, तो सबका वही एक्सपीरियंस है. अरे वो टेक्निकल में पता है ऐसा हाथ होता था, ऐसा हम तो पढ़ते ही नहीं. आई मीन मतलब हो जाता है गेस. अब ये थोड़ा सा मेल पर्सपेक्टिव है, मतलब
नहीं बराबर है. यू ब्रिंग अ गुड पॉइंट. दैट्स ट्रू. ठीक है, आई थिंक कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे. तो
कर लो भाई।
है ना, तो क्या क्या बात किया. So I think both of us agree that empathy to some extent is necessary, right? Or I mean, whatever. I mean,
I feel
even if
compassion
compassion is
is a more stronger word that
stronger
I
word,
can
then
relate to, that I can relate to across, right? Empathy is something which I don't want to use that word in certain settings because I know that will create some biases and my decisions will get impacted because of that. So I feel more. I want to feel more compassionate about my team members or my family members, everyone. Empathize. I want to empathize, but not in each and every situation. मेरा मतलब जितना मैंने एम्पैथी और कंपैशन के बारे में पढ़ा, मेरा ओपिनियन ये था कि आई डोंट वांट टू क्लाउड माय जजमेंट just because I'm trying to feel someone pain and I make someone, because एक की प्रॉब्लम एम्पैथी में क्या है कि किसी एक का सोचोगे तो कोई और तो एक हर्ट हो ही रहा हो,
of course.
राइट? आई मीन आप किसी को, तो फिर वो उसके लिए अच्छा नहीं. जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर नॉट एम्पैथाइजिंग विद दैट पर्सन्स फीलिंग डजंट मीन कि वो गलत है. तो इससे कंपैशन टू दैट एक सिमिलर लेवल पे आप सबको ला रहे हो. लाइक गेस मेरे लिए
More
कंपैशन
equity,
मुझे
more
स्ट्रॉन्गर,
equity. हाँ, okay.
हाँ, इक्विटेबल लगता है थोड़ा सुनने में.
Okay. Interesting.